Good afternoon. Now the car's on the build table, let's talk about some of the changes I'm going to make. First of all, this front end is going to be heavily modified. And the only bit I'm keeping is this front portion of the spine. So that front portion of the spine, that can be used, this is being used to connect the front radiator. So that will stay. I'm not sure about these diagonals up here, but this front beam is going to come off, and this side beam up to about near the edge of the cockpit is going to come off, and all this end is going to be heavily modified. The chassis behind the cockpit is actually really well triangulated. You can see we've got nice diagonals there. We've got that diagonal going all the way to the front. We've got a diagonal on the side of the cockpit, this side of the cockpit as well. I have some cockpit bulkhead at the front there. But forward of the cockpit, there's not a lot at all really. It's very simple, there's not much there. But in the middle of the car, there's a diagonal running along here on the inside, and another one there. But there you can see the inside diagonal, but there isn't one on the driver's side cockpit, so I'm going to add a diagonal there as well. Well, this in diagonal is going to be left alone. This top rail is going to be cut and dropped so that there's more space for the driver. I might add a removable diagonal in this bulkhead. It needs to be removable so the gearbox can be taken out. Aluminium panels wise, I think this side aluminium panel can stay in. This rear one can stay in with a modification so there's better access to that bolt down there. Just going to cut it away a little bit. Obviously with this side rail being dropped, this will have to be modified and taken out. And by adding a diagonal down here at the front, we're also going to have to remove this panel as well, but hopefully that means it can just go straight back in without any changes. Nice and simple. Of course we're going to have to add a panel at the back as well for the driver's back. But that's pretty much it for panel modifications. So there's not going to be too much bodywork to do, hopefully, which is good. To get the floor out, we're going to have to take out these with that engine mounting plate, that gearbox mounting plate, and that rear gearbox mounting plate, because if you look underneath, out, you can see those 6 points there that are being used to hold the floor in. Once those are out, we can take the floor out. That's the floor off. You can see the mounting points at the front, those two there, those two there, underneath the lower wishbone mounts. Got the pedal box there, and I've managed to absolutely maul that nut, so I'm struggling to get that last panel off, but I'll have a go now. And then 3 mounts there for the gearbox and front mounting plate for the engine. There's 2 more at the rear, and then there's 2 more there. That's where the seat stay will be, but I'm going to be taking that out, so I'm going to have to cover those holes up somehow.